What's up, guys? Andy here, and today we are going to take a look at my March Madness bracket for 2017. So let's get right into it. Woohoo! Here we go. Alright, first up, let's go to the East. Start off with Villanova. They're obviously going to make it to the round of 32. But we have a tough 8th knife matchup to pick. I ended up picking Wisconsin. Now let's move down. Virginia playing Wilmington. I picked Virginia. A lot of people have been saying, oh, well, Florida is not going to beat Eastern Tennessee. Eastern Tennessee could actually surprise people. They're crazy. I'm going to be picking Florida to take on Virginia. And then we have Villanova taking on Florida in the Sweet 16. So that takes care of that part of the bracket. We're going to move down for a minute. Here we go. In a shocking turn of events, Duke is the 2 seed in this region. A lot of people thought they were going to be a 1 seed. Well, that didn't happen. Alright, so let's go to this part. I am going to do an upset here. I almost said again. I caught myself. But there's a bunch of other upsets I have as we go along. Either Providence or USC is going to beat Southern Methodist. We all remember what happened with the goaltending incident in 2015. Southern Methodist is cursed. So we'll leave it from there. Baylor's going to beat New Mexico State. We leave it on from that point of view. South Carolina taking on Marquette. I'm going to take South Carolina. And the Dukies playing Troy. That's a matchup we do not need to talk about. Duke should beat South Carolina. And I picked another upset here. I am going to pick Providence or USC. Moving on to the Sweet 16. Where sadly they will lose to Duke, and then Duke will play Villanova in the round of 8, and then Final 4 will be Villanova winning. Oh, jeez, I hate when that happens. Winning that part of the bracket. By the way, spoiler alert: UCLA is going to be my national champion. So if you guys saw that already, I'll explain as time goes on. I'll also explain how Arizona and UCLA is my matchup. We will get into that actually right now. So, here we are in the West region. Make sure I got this correctly. Here we go. Gonzaga is your 1 seed. I'm going to do another upset. I am picking a 16th seed to finally be a 1 seed. Where sadly they will lose to Vandy. Vanderbilt is more experienced than South Dakota State. Now, I'm going to explain Princeton's path to the Sweet 16. Princeton will beat Notre Dame. West Virginia will beat Bucknell. West Virginia has a terrific defensive team. But because Princeton has a little bit of the Ivy League momentum, I have picked Princeton to actually play Vanderbilt in the Sweet 16. Moving on to the other part of the Western bracket. There we go. Maryland. Nick Xavier. Maryland wins. Another upset. Florida State will lose to Florida Gulf Coast. And VCU will beat St. Mary's. Now, I'm not getting crazy with the upsets here. I am picking Arizona. Arizona will beat VCU. Arizona will beat Florida Gulf Coast. And then you have Vanderbilt taking on the 2 seed Arizona. Where here we are in the Final 4 matchup of Villanova and Arizona. Where this is where I have my championship game, obviously, and UCLA winning. But how is UCLA going to win? Well, let's find out. Let's go to the Midwest region. Your number 1 seed is Kansas. They will easily move on to, get this, the the Elite Eight. They will beat Michigan State. They will beat Iowa State. And then Kansas will be right here. But what do these other teams mean for Kansas' path? Well, I'm glad you asked. Miami's going to lose to Michigan State, so this is where we have this matchup. Iowa State's going to beat Nevada. I actually have another upset. Vermont from the America East Conference, the same conference where I root for Stony Brook. They will beat Purdue. Even though I wish it was Stony Brook. So this is Kansas' path right here. I'll let you guys look at it for another sec. Let's move down the bracket in the Midwestern region. Creighton taking on Rhode Island. I have another upset. I am picking Rhode Island to beat Creighton. Iowa's going to lose to Oregon, sadly. Michigan's going to beat Oklahoma State. Louisville's going to beat Jacksonville State. We don't need to get into that. So, this is very important in the round of 32. Rhode Island taking on Oregon. Too much for Rhode Island to handle. Oregon's going to win. Louisville with the experience will beat Michigan. And then you will have a terrific game in the Midwestern region in the round of 8. Wait a minute. Let me repeat that. Sweet 16. Darn it. See, this is what happens when I'm not looking at my graphics correctly. In the Sweet 16, Michigan will be playing Louisville. This is where you have your Elite 8 matchup. This is why Kansas is going to be playing Louisville. But shockingly enough, the 2-seed Louisville will end up in Final Four. Now, who do they get to play? Let's find out by going to the South region. North Carolina. We always talk about how the players like to stay long term. Well, they will be playing Seton Hall. A shocker in the round of 32, but then they'll beat Seton Hall. Now, how does Minnesota add up to this equation? They will beat Middle Tennessee. Butler will beat Winthrop. This is where North Carolina will be playing Minnesota. Moving down the bracket. I'm going to actually pick Kansas State or Wake Forest to beat Cincinnati. Once UCLA gets to this part, they're going to beat them. Too much Lonzo Ball. Now, let's move down. There we go. Making sure. Dayton playing Wichita State. Wichita State will actually beat Dayton. Kentucky will take care of Northern Kentucky. We don't need to bring that up. So that gives you an interesting matchup, right? Do think Kentucky's too much to handle. This is where we move on to the much important matchup. UCLA playing Kentucky in Sweet 16. It sounds shocking. But I think UCLA is going to win. I like Fox, but Lonzo Ball is going to try to raise his draft stock. So here you go. Your Elite 8 matchup. UCLA will end up beating North Carolina. So your Final Four matchup, let's recap. Louisville playing UCLA. Arizona playing Villanova. Whoa, that would be an excellent Final Four weekend, if you ask me. Here's your big matchup right here. Arizona playing UCLA. This is where we bring it up. I have a tiebreaker score. Let me move it down. You guys can see it. Let me get the camera in. That's my tie-breaking score. And, as I said earlier, UCLA will win the 2017 National Championship. And there you have it. My 2017 March Madness bracket. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will have the link to my bracket in the description so you guys can take a look at it. You're more than welcome to join my pool. Here's what you can do. Message me here on YouTube, and I will give you my Yahoo email address. And that way we can play. The grand prize is $25,000 if you get the right bracket. So to everybody playing on Yahoo, good luck. More importantly, enjoy the tournament. It actually starts tonight, but the play-in games. So until next time, take care.